Are you a traveler, or have you ever wanted to be a traveler? Have you ever thought about going on a cruise, or maybe you have been on a cruise? But I'm going to tell you what, you have never been on a cruise like the Marketer's Cruise. As a business owner, what do we want? We want to get in front of more business owners because they're the ones that are going to help us to grow our businesses, right? They're going to be the connections that are going to lead to other connections, connections that will lead to business. But where can you go for 8 days and spend the time with 450 plus other people who are in business who want to market their business? The Marketer's Cruise. So I'm super excited to introduce to you Captain Lou. He has been hosting the Marketer's Cruise 18 years, and this is going to be the 19th year. And I attended this year. I've been wanting to go for 6 years. Molly Mahoney invited me 6 years ago, and I was like, nah, I'm not sure. But I got to tell you, I wish I had when she first introduced me. But I went this year for the first time, and it was a blast. I got to meet so many people, and it's very professional. I got this directory has all the people's bios and stuff in it. So yeah, you got a copy of that right there, Lou.
I thought I had a directory on my desk, but
I have mine. It's back in my other room, but it's so fantastic, you all. So if you're in business and you want to grow your business, want to get in front of people who are like-minded, the Marketer's Cruise directory is so incredible. Absolutely incredible. All the info, look, you're going to be in that with me. So anyway, enough about that. Lou, I want to talk about the Marketer's Cruise and from your perspective, and then also what made you decide to start it in the first place?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, and thanks for being on our amazing adventure together. And I'm bouncing around like Hollywood squares.
Yeah, there you are.
Okay, so thanks for finally coming aboard.
I know. 6 years. 6 years. Can you believe it?
Oh, my goodness. Now, we've been doing this for 18 years, and it all started as an idea of a bunch of online entrepreneurs, internet marketer friends back in, I guess, in the early 2000s, whenever it was, to just go on a mastermind vacation and brainstorm ideas and product launches and talk shop, really. And from its humble beginnings of 30 or 40 people, so wow, this is really cool. We could be, instead of in a stuffy hotel conference room, having going to another seminar, and there's certainly a time and place for that. Why can't we share ideas and network at sunset in the jacuzzi, which we now call the JV jacuzzi for joint ventures, sipping a pina colada while sailing away from some exotic sun-drenched Caribbean island or Mexico or the Bahamas or something. So we went and did that just as an informal thing, not as a $1 million business venture, but it was so much fun and so much successful, so profitable also, because when you're in, you can create relationships when you're in an organically, when you're not self-absorbed or consumed with the usual schedule of an information overload seminar. We've all been to these, speaker after speaker after speaker, and then late night at the bar and trying to get FaceTime with the gurus that you'd like to meet. And what if we had just a week away where we're on vacation with our families and we could still talk shop, learn, but also have fun, right? So this was such a revelation that it actually became a seven-figure business for myself. I own a company called Special Events at Sea, and we produce mastermind vacations around the world for all different niches, not just the marketers, that have adapted the format, the formula, and the flow that you experienced, Lynda, on this past Marketer's Cruise, mainly because it works and it's kind of magical, right? So I'm so glad you got to experience what thousands of people before you have done, and from this Marketer's Cruise, friendships have been formed, profitable joint ventures, product launches. I think that we're probably responsible for $750 million in business being done while on vacation and having fun. And it's so hard to explain this in a brochure or on a webinar. You just got to be there in person to understand the magic.
And we have a teaser video we're going to show you in just a minute, but I want to share just a little bit about my experience going there. Is, when I first showed up, I was like, oh my God, there's a schedule. I'm going to do everything. And I had to kind of pull myself back and say, you can't do everything, pick and choose the things that you think are going to be the most not only beneficial, but also the ones that I'm going to have the most energy for, because I'm not a morning person. They have morning things, they have afternoon things, they have evening things. You can attend it all, but you might go like into massive overwhelm. So I just really picked and chose the things that I thought were going to be best for me. And I'm so glad I did, because it was an incredible opportunity to meet these people. We did karaoke one night. And for those who know me, know I love to sing and know I love karaoke. And I just like busted out, for that karaoke. And there were some connections that were made just because of your getting up in front of people, So that's one of the things I love about the Marketers Cruise, as opposed to, I've been on other cruises and there's never that opportunity to connect with the like-minded people, because everybody's there on a cruise and they're enjoying their time with their family or friends or whoever they're there with, but they're not there with an intention. And that's an intention to meet and connect with people who are business owners, who are going to maybe have a joint venture partnership. Maybe you start a business together. Maybe you end up becoming just these great referral partners. You don't know what's going to come about it. But that's what I love. Like you said, Lou, going to the conference rooms, it has its place. But this is awesome because you're in a very relaxed environment. So you're really getting to see people for who they truly are in that relaxed environment. So it's not like a whole business stuffy kind of thing. And it's so fabulous. Is there anything you want to say before I show the video?
No, you know what? I say it's so hard to describe, and we're trying to here. Let's show the little brief 4-minute teaser reel, and then we'll get back to talking about it.
Yeah. And what I wanted to share here is I'm going to share the link to go to the Marketers Cruise if you want to check it out. It's marketerscruise.com. When you go there, you'll see that it has you might see the January 2025. The dates have been updated if you click on the check availability link. If the dates are right, then the dates are right, but the dates are actually in 2026. It's going to be an incredible event. So I'm going to spotlight this, and then I'm going to play it. And Lou, tell me if you can't hear it. You should be able to, but tell me if you can't, okay?
I certainly will.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. Here we go.
We hear it, and you can go full screen from there as well.
Hey, this is Captain Lou, producer planner of the amazing annual mastermind vacation known as the Marketers Cruise. Here we are with 445 of our best marketing buddies from 18 countries around the world.
This is my fourth. This is my third.
Second, first, 9th annual Marketers Cruise.
It really wasn't a hard sell. Go on a cruise for a week and network with some of the top marketing professionals in the industry.
It's a vacation combined with a seminar.
So these are just real extraordinary experts giving you some of their best advice.
All you have to do is ask a question. You'll get 30 or 40 people that can answer it.
I got phenomenal advice, as well as lots of offers of free products, free services, free help. You can't pay for some of this stuff, and that's what this group will do for you.
I'd like to think that I spend 90% of my time doing the most important thing, which is probably fun.
My wonderful, fun-loving little group, we tore up the dance club in a way that I know is recorded on camera and I fear will reach the internet at some point in my life.
We decided to create an atmosphere where it's 30% work, 70% play.
Could you imagine partying and going on a cruise with 400 or 500 of your closest friends?
You get to meet people maybe in the JV jacuzzi or Pizza and Profits at night.
Let me tell you about Pizza and Profits. It's a strange phenomenon.
You go up to the pizza place, which is 24 hours.
And that starts at midnight.
Making new connections.
Launching products.
Deals are cut.
Joint ventures.
And just keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Some of the people go until you smell bacon.
What do you do in your business? Here's what I do in my business. You want a pepperoni pizza? Here's a cheese pizza.
I think that the way that they were able to break the ice for all the entrepreneurs there is really just setting the tone of, we're here to learn, we're here to share, you're here with your peers, and they really set the right framing for the entire week.
And you know what? You don't have to be an internet marketer to be on this cruise. We've got healers, we've got doctors, we've got chiropractors, we've got amazing people doing all kinds of things.
Like I said, I've made a lot of connections with people, top people that I would never have access to if I was not on this cruise. We had a white hot party costume. Everybody's having fun.
So just on the magic of cruising on the Caribbean Ocean in January on a sparkly ship that has a lot of cool things, entertainment. So you're in a relaxed atmosphere where things happen organically.
It's about having fun. It's about making friends, enjoying yourself. And the business comes.
And the connections just happen.
To me, the important thing is how can we connect and how can we help each other, not how can we make money. Any long-term relationship can't be rushed into, and a period of getting to know each other has to occur. Because once you remove yourself from that context of this conversation is supposed to lead me to monetary gain, it'll lead you to a much deeper gain, which is the gain of connection to another person.
And everybody's just out to help you. And I've never been in anything like that before.
And when you leave, it's not a business relationship, it's a pal, it's a friend. And that's what the Marketers Cruise is about. It's about friendship.
I'm going to use a little cruise metaphor, but I believe that a rising tide raises all ships. And that when people are brought together under a commonality to achieve greater things together, they can.
Yay! Oh my God, that it's such an amazing event. And so really, if you are interested at all in learning about it, go to the Marketers Cruise, marketerscruise.com and check it out. But I'm here today with Captain Lou because he's the co-founder of the event.
Along with Mike Filsame and Tom Beal, and going on the 19th year. You know, in internet years, what has lasted 19 years is a pretty amazing feat. We did it as a 3-year experiment, and it just blew up and became worldwide. So we have friends coming from 14 countries around the world. And Lynda, there are 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs. We had a 9-figure. We had a billionaire, a couple of billionaires in the audience. But those are the quiet ones that they don't really need to do too much of a song and dance. But they understand the value that we bring and the people that we bring, the caliber of people that we bring. And also we have, I don't call them newbies, but future success stories. The people that just need to be there for sure. So it's by invitation only, as you know. And so I guess because I'm being interviewed by you on this webinar right now, that those who are watching later on are your invited guests. Right, Lynda?
Exactly. Yeah. So if you go to, if you want to check it out and see what it's all about, I'm going to share that screen again real quick here.
We could do a screen share of the reservations page, Lynda.
Yeah, because that's pretty interesting.
But to show them how, if we can get out of that.
Let me out of there. There we go. There we go. So if you go to the website, first, before we go there, I do want to talk about, wait, hold on. I want to unsolo that. I do want to talk about, there's something that you do that when I heard about this, I was like, really? They're going to do this with 450 people? I mean, you allow everybody an opportunity to get to the mic, to introduce themselves at the outset of the cruise. And what's most important about this is that you have an opportunity to not only share who you are, what you do, who you serve. You get 30 seconds to do it. It's really fast. But you get to hear every other person who hops on that mic. So I think we had probably like 250 of us did it this last time. And do you want to just share a little bit about that? Because that right there is amazing itself.
So we thought instead of making this event a selling event where there are gurus pitching to their students, we would make it more of a peer-to-peer mastermind event where everybody is a participant rather than an attendee. And so many people are surprised that they're not only in the directory, but then they're called up to the stage to do their little 30-second elevator pitch. And then people turn to their page in the directory and make little notes in the margin that maybe that's someone they'd like to connect with as some kind of a synergy. So that's not the only time that we have everyone participate. And by the way, it was more like 300 out of our 450 because there are spouses and friends and so forth. And everyone gets up to mic and tells what they do. You know, hi, my name is Captain Lou, and I produce these special events at sea for entrepreneurs, blah, 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 blah. That's my niche. And then everyone gets a turn, but not only one time at the beginning of the cruise, but several times later on to contribute, to be a blessing in each other's lives, to pay it forward, to share an area of their expertise. It could be a part of our Cool Tools session, which you saw at the end of the most popular session. Cool Tools, hot links, and profitable resources. And where a couple of thousand resources are shared, that's helped each of us in our business. It could be software, an app, a strategy, a book we've read, whatever. But it's a collaboration. So now it becomes a dialogue rather than a monologue. And that was the vision, to have everyone be a participant, not just attend the cruise. Okay. So, and that's what attracts the caliber of entrepreneur that we get from around the world that keeps coming back, because now they have some skin in the game. There's a session that we do, Lynda, called Burning Questions and Rapid Fire Business Building Breakthroughs, where again we have 2 microphones and people queuing up in lines to say, okay, so here's what I'm really good at. Here's what my business, but here's my stumbling block. Here's where I need help, you know, and now you have a question you ask, and you're not asking Google, you're asking specific people, many of whom may be in your niche, and say, can someone help me with, you know, whatever it be, strategy, scalability, product launch, continuity programs, joint ventures, whatever the case is. And next thing you know, there's 3, 4, 5, 6 people that either are in your niche, can answer your question, or know someone to connect you with that would be a perfect fit. And they get up on microphone and they share openly from their heart on what they can do to help you. So you saw this and experienced this with your own eyes. It's more than magical. It has transformed many people's lives and businesses to take them to the next level that they're looking to be, all while on vacation on a cruise ship to the Caribbean. It's amazing.
Right. And yeah, we don't want to make it sound like it's all about, you know, these sessions and things, because there's a lot of time where it's, you know, I'll call it free time, which is, it ends up being networking time, really is what it is, but it's not scheduled, you know. So there's the ports that we go into, you have different off ship events you can do. It's all up to you. Every single moment of it is up to you. There is a schedule, but then outside of the schedule is all these other opportunities. And that's what I love about it. You get to pick and choose what makes the most sense for you. I'll give a great example, Lou. I was on the cruise, and this one woman, I can't remember her name right now, but she was like, hey, I'm doing a game show. I'm starting a game show, and I'm looking for people who want to be in the audience. And so a lot of us were participating in the audience of her game show. She was shooting the promo videos. So, you know, we're going to be part of that. And so that's something that wouldn't have happened had I not been on that cruise. And it was just a good time. I got to connect with the people I was at the table with. Again, it was what I love about it. It was networking without networking. You know, it was just people hanging out, having a good time and saying, hey, this is what I do. This is who I am. And hey, let's have some fun. You know?
Well, that's exactly it. It takes that whole formality and nervousness out of when you go to a seminar event or a conference or an expo. And in fact, we don't do the whole expo thing, and we don't allow flyers to be put out. There's no selling from the stage, so no one's going to hit you for their training program, because everyone's got a training program. Everyone's a coach. Everyone's a speaker. Everyone's an entrepreneur. Everyone's got a webinar or a podcast. So there's a certain level of respect, but also camaraderie within the community that just magically flourishes. And like you said, we started this out with a formula of 30% work and 70% play over the course of 8 days. I think this year, with the overzealous bunch that we had, people wanted to network and talk shop like 24/7. So it's more like 50-50, more like 50 work and 50, let's just go off and go to these beautiful, go on a sunset catamaran to an island or something. But next January, we're visiting the exotic Mexican Riviera. We're actually not leaving from Florida to the same old Caribbean ports. We're going from Long Beach, California to Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan and La Paz and Cabo San Lucas, which everyone loves. And we've got a lot of island activities there as well. So there's something for everyone, and spouses are warmly welcomed and included. Spouses, family members, friends are warmly welcome and included in everything we do, from the sessions to the parties, to the networking dinners, to the port excursions during our downtime. Because one thing, Lynda, that sometimes the spouse does not want to attend the seminar.
Sometimes. Mine never wants to.
So, there you go. Right. Like, if you guys are going to talk shop, leave me out of it. I'm not coming.
Right.
But on the cruise, it's a fun cruise. There's an IMAX movie theater. There's a spa.
There's gambling.
There's gambling. There's a casino on board. Right. There's so much to do. But yet we want to welcome in the spouse, the plus one, so they don't feel ostracized that their hubby or their wife are talking shop and there's no time for them. So I think that we've done a really good job at making everyone feel warmly welcomed into everything. Everything's optional. The only thing that's mandatory is that you have fun. That's all. We say that.
Yeah, that's a good thing to be mandatory. So the dates are, January 17th through 25th, 2026, taking out of Long Beach, California. It's going to be an amazing event. And I want to share that. Go to marketerscruise.com for information. At the top, you'll just click that check availability button, and that shows you everything. We're going to walk you through that in just a second. But I want to share that there's something, Lou, why don't you talk a little bit about this as well? If you get 10 cabins filled, what happens? And I'm going to share a bonus that I'm offering if I get 10 cabins filled. So Lou, what happens if you get 10 cabins filled?
We'll be very transparent here. It really takes a village to get 450 brilliant marketing minds from around the world to come together, take off that week and commit to not attend, but participate and play full out with us all on the Marketers Cruise. So Lynda is one of those people. And when Lynda, not if, but when Lynda gets 10 cabins, which is you guys coming, then guess what? Instead of 30-second stage time on that first morning at sea, then Lynda gets a full 30 minutes to do a PowerPoint presentation, really connect on a big level in the main stage amongst 450 of our marketer friends. If you have a sphere of influence, an audience, and a list of any size that you'd like to invite, whether it be in social media, email, whatever it is, then you could do the same. And now, besides the stage time, there's also a $2,000 reward once you hit the 10 cabins. But what's more important, Lynda?
The stage time. I don't even care about the 2,000. Not that I don't care about it, but the stage time is worth way more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
If we offered sponsorships to get you up on that main stage, you'd pay $5,000 or $10,000 to get on that main stage in front of 450 of the right people, the influencers, the 6, 7, and 8-figure entrepreneurs. That's where you want to be. So actually, to be totally transparent, that's why Lynda is doing this with me right now. She's promoting the Marketers Cruise with the goal of getting her tribe, her group together to follow her. She's the Pied Piper onto the Marketers Cruise. Now, what we can do is do a screen share of the reservations page, because it's something you, the viewer, needs to do so that Lynda can get the proper credit when you book, which is just a small deposit, right?
So I have a bonus. When I feel Yeah, when I fill 10 cabins, I'm going to interview you on the ship. So that's 10 cabins filled, which is 2 people. So it's 2 per cabin. If you want to buy out a whole cabin yourself, you can do that. It's the cabin, not the number of people. So it'd be a total of 20 people. Or again, if you do solo, then that makes a difference there. So when I fill 10 cabins, I'm going to interview you on the ship. And I got to tell you, I was interviewed by 2 people on the ship, and it was really cool. It's just a different style of interview. And I have a bonus, Lou. And that's that when we fill 20 cabins, you're going to have an opportunity to be on the stage during my 30-minute time slot. I think when I do 20 cabins, I get 2 30-minute time slots.
You would have an hour. So you could have a half hour for yourself and then take the second half hour and share it with your tribe to edify and acknowledge and recognize each and every one of them.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to do. Again, let's fill those 10 cabins first. Don't get ahead of myself because I have a tendency to do that. But I'm going to spotlight this, and we're going to walk through. So you've landed on this page, and just if you scroll down, you can see all the information. But we're going to take you to the checkout page. Just click on that check availability button on the top. So Lou, you want to walk me through what you want me to do here?
Well, on my screen, I don't see the next page. But
you don't? Okay. No. Okay, hold on, everybody. Hold the phone. I'm not sure what happened there, why it didn't switch over, but I will get that up here right now. Okay.
Because it's on that next page, on the checkout page.
Oops. There we go.
There
we go. Okay. Here's where we go.
Let's X out. Okay, perfect. So now that's got all the pertinent information for next year's cruise. And by the way, there's only a $500 deposit needed now. It's a 3-payment plan, the final in the fall, in September. So there's plenty of time to plan, to upgrade, to downgrade, to figure out who's going with you. Don't sweat the small stuff. And on this page, you'll see that most of the suites are already completely sold out. So we'll scroll down. If you look on the left there, you'll see that all the major suites were sold out probably day one, a year in advance. That's what kind of demand there is. However, there are, look at this. There is at the time of it, at this moment. Wow, there's a Cloud9 spa suite available. That's pretty cool. And there may be 1 or 2 ocean suites. Okay. And the best value is that one right over there that says best available balcony ocean view, $1,698 per person. You click on that, you'll highlight it, and now you scroll down. Because there are others like the porthole or the inside windowless coffin. If you want to save a few bucks, that's fine.
Windowless coffin.
I mean cabin. I'm sorry. Did I say coffin? And so number of people in cabin. That's self-explanatory. If you're splitting costs, you do a half cabin share, but make sure that you have someone else to join you that's going to pay the other half, because each of you would be counting on the other. Now there's this one. So deposit for half cabin share. Can you do this if you're only one person and then just hope that somebody else wants to bunk with you? How does that work? You'd have to try to line that roommate up.
Okay.
Try to have you could do that, but we can't do the actual booking until somebody is joining you. So at this point, we're saying you're responsible for getting somebody, and then have them fill out the form, put in their deposit, you fill out the form, put in your deposit, and we'll divvy up all the charges so that you split all expenses.
Okay,
got it. So then blah, 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 you fill out the form, and don't go too fast. Stay right there.
This is the important piece right here.
Very important, very important. We were invited by, now choose from, you click on that drop-down menu, and I don't know if you're doing it, but I don't see.
Oh, you don't see it scrolling?
I don't see it scrolling, but I'm sure it's scrolling. Hopefully.
Okay, it's scrolling on my end.
Okay,
and my name's there somewhere.
Somewhere there's Lynda Sunshine West, probably down at the bottom under W, because it's in alphabetical order, and probably under W at the very end. So you want to say, there you go. We were invited by Lynda Sunshine West. You could put in some comments, like if you have a special name, nom de plume, a nickname that you use on your badge, things like that, your website, et cetera, et cetera. And whether you're interested in bringing a group of your own, you could also add that. And then that's it. Put in your card for $500, and you are at least booked. There you go. Digital signature. Click here. And so that's it. The main thing we wanted to show you is I want Lynda to get credit for inviting you, just as you would get credit for inviting others, because we would add your name to that long list of so far 307 people have booked nearly 1 year in advance. Do you believe this? It's wild that people know that this is the place they need to be to start the new year off right and plan to really maybe 10x their business or their goals or both. During some people do that by Wednesday, meaning if you make the right connections, you're not going to go and meet 450 different entrepreneurs, even in 8 days. But there's enough of those people that will want to meet you because they will have seen you in the directory. They will have heard you on stage. You will have that exposure so that the right people find you. And I hope that that's some of what happened with your experience, Lynda.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it was way better than I imagined it would be. The connections. I'm a people person. I love to connect with people on a heart level, and that happened with so many different people, and it was really amazing.
Lynda, can you tell me what your expectation in your mind was before you actually finally took the plunge and came with us, and then after that, what was like one or two of the top highlights for you of the week?
Yeah, definitely. So again, as I mentioned at the beginning, I had been invited to this marketers cruise 6 years ago by one of my mentors, Molly Mahoney. And I didn't go. There were a lot of different reasons, but excuses really of why I didn't go. So when I finally said, you know what, screw it, I'm going. Like, why am I hesitating on this? I love cruises. So I have an opportunity to meet all these different people. And I think part of my hesitation, Lou, was that I don't see myself as a marketer, not realizing that every single one of us who has a business is a marketer, but there's different levels, right? I don't do it as a business, so I thought it wasn't for me. So that was part of my hesitation. And then as I, talked to Molly a little more, I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to get in front of business owners. And that was really what was that catalyst that took me over to say, yes, I'm doing this. So then, showing up, I went, my sister was my cabin mate. And I had a lot of thoughts of like, oh, I need to keep her entertained. And I said, wait a minute, forget that. I'm here for the marketers cruise, she can entertain herself. And so I let that go. And that was a really big deal for me. And I wasn't really sure what to expect in the way of connections or business, or like, I really didn't know what to expect at all. Like the best way I can explain it is that it's like immersing yourself in an environment of positive, uplifting people who want to help each other to grow their businesses, which is awesome because a lot of us at home, we don't have that. Fortunately, I do. My husband's amazing. But there's other people in my life that don't get it. They don't understand what I'm doing. In this environment, you are surrounded by people who get it, who understand what you're doing, and they want to see you succeed. So when you're immersed in that environment for 8 solid days, you go to a 1-day event, you go to a 3-day event, you watch the speakers. This is not that at all. You watch the speakers and then you maybe go mingle a little bit, then you go home. This is not that. You're on a cruise ship with these people for 8 days. So the opportunity to make lifetime connections, and that's what has happened for me with several of the people, not a whole bunch of them, but like say 4 people that we've made what I truly, truly believe will be those lifetime connections. And to top it off, outside of that, one of the persons that was one of the kind of like the hosts at the Pizza and Profits, which is a nighttime event where people get together and talk about their businesses. And, here's what I'm challenged with. How can you help me? Kind of thing every day, And so he created a private WhatsApp group where we have about 40 or 50 of us in there. So it's ongoing after the cruise, right? So that's what I love about this community, Lou. And that's why I might have been the first person that signed up. I'm going to have Carol, because the second that thing came available, I booked my cabin and I got one of those suites. I was like, I'm upgrading to a suite. Hi, Carol. I upgraded myself to a suite immediately because I just want to pamper myself, So that's the long answer to your question, Lou.
I love it. I just love hearing the stories, of connection and camaraderie, of expectation compared to the reality. A lot of people say 8 days sounds like a really long time to be trapped on a cruise ship.
It's too
I
short.
bet too short, right?
I could have stayed there for a month. Like, let's do
Yeah.
30 days. Forget the 8 days, you know?
Yes, completely agree. Completely agree.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you for your time, being here and sharing this. And I'm glad, almost 19 years ago, you guys had this idea to do this and turn it into this. And now I'm attending. So to check it out, go to marketerscruise.com. At the very top right-hand side of the screen, you'll see it says check availability. Click on there. You'll see all the information about the cruise, about the ports and everything. It's really an adventure, and it's really an adventure into your future. That's what I love about it. Hey, Lou, you should coin that one. It's an adventure.
Oh, I love
into
that. I
your
love
future.
that. I love that. It's an adventure into your future. Like a crystal, it's like a crystal ball into the future. Had I known, you don't know what you don't know. Had I known 19 years ago, the career path this would set me on. This was just an accident. I was in window treatments. I was a blind man. We did window blinds, and locally in the New York tri-state area. And I thought I'd be doing that for the rest of my life. And sometimes you just have to follow Woody Allen's advice. He said 80% of success is just showing up.
Yeah.
Right. And so I showed up, right? I met all these coolest people on the planet, most giving hearts, the most brilliant marketing minds on the planet. And a marketer, I'm not a marketer, I'm a blind salesman. Right. But look what happened now. And just from being in proximity of the right people and letting nature take its course. My life in one weekend was changed on a dime, back many years ago.
Yeah.
And I built this into a business, into a career. We've done everything from martial arts to murder mysteries to real estate and finance to Amazon e-commerce to we're doing a travel enthusiast club, a cruise. But my favorite of all is the Marketers Cruise, for all of the reasons you and I just talked about. And other than that, if you, the viewer, are watching right now and you don't feel our energy and our sincerity in why you need to be with us, then don't come. But if you do,
exactly.
If you do, then I can't wait to welcome you aboard next January on the Lido deck. The Lido deck. The Lido deck.
You got lots of slip-ups today. Yeah, definitely. It's so cool. And, again, go to marketerscruise.com, check it out. You only have a $500 deposit to save your spot. By when do they have to have that fully paid off?
So it's a 3-payment plan. There's another payment in the spring. And then the week of September 3rd, we do the final balances. What the advantage now in booking now, when you're watching this, is you'll get the best rooms at the best rates, have a 3-pay plan. And it also helps us with advanced planning for meetings and parties. It gives us the clout to in negotiating with the cruise line to do the things that really need to be planned months and months in advance. Some people like to wait to the last minute, and then the ship is sold out and we're sold out. So this really helps us to help you.
Yeah, this will definitely sell out because, like Lou said, they're already sold over 300 cabins, and it's like we just got back from the other cruise like 3-4 weeks ago. So
it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So whenever you're viewing this back, just go grab the best cabin that you could find, put your deposit down, and you can make any changes that you need to between now and September. So it's all good.
Awesome. Now remember, I'm offering a bonus when we fill those first 10 cabins. I'm going to interview you on the ship. You don't have to be interviewed if you don't want to, but it's going to be an offer for you. And then when we fill 20 cabins, you're going to have an opportunity to be on the stage for more than just we have to do the 30 seconds at the beginning of the cruise, but there will be an opportunity for you to be on that stage with me. So let's do it. Let's make it happen. I'm so excited about it, Lou, and can't wait for this cruise, this next one, and more to come every year after that. So looking forward to it. Do you have any last things you'd like to say, Lou?
Smooth. First of all, again, thanks for having me and for being a big proponent and advocate now of the Marketers Cruise. And I want to just wish everyone, as here we are in the early stages still of 2025, smooth sailing to even greater success in the year ahead.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lou. Appreciate you. And can't wait. Can't wait.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Truly appreciate you. Let's hear from one of our authors, Amy Stevens. She had a great experience working with Action Takers Publishing and publishing her story. So let's hear from her. Everybody have a great day. Go sign up, marketerscruise.com. Let's get those 20 cabins filled. Let's get you on those stages and being interviewed. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you all on the ship.
You took the overwhelm out of the whole entire process. You said you set the guidelines, you said how many words to have, and it's like once I sat down and started typing, it just all came out so quickly and so easily, and I loved it. And I had fear to write. And I know about that. I know about that blockage within myself, but it just was so amazing how easy the process was working with Action Takers Publishing.